It is 4:49, just about 5. Close enough. I went ahead and hit the go button. And I want to make sure that my live stream on my desktop does not blare an advertisement. I do my best to respect the sacredness of the morning. I mention every day, every morning, that the hours between about an hour and a half before the sun comes up, about an hour or so after the sun comes up, in the yogic tradition, it's called the Brahma Muhurta. Brahma being the infinite, the all encompassing um, reality of the reality of God, defying all labels, beliefs, thoughts, concepts, and just simply beingness itself. And it's a fluid time. Again, about an hour and a half or so before the sun comes up, about an hour after the sun rises. So I try to be really careful what I enter into my waking appearance of reality, as that's planting a seed, an intention that will manifest later through my life. So if it is within these hours that, I dive into the busyness of the world, then I have a very, very busy day ahead of me. By busy, I don't mean things to do. I mean busy as in things that keep occupying my mind and drawing me back into the illusory busyness, the things that don't really matter, the gossip, the dissent, the discord, that kind of stuff. But when I enter gently into the day, full of love, full of forgiveness, then that is the day that I have. Full of love, full of forgiveness. Does it mean bad things don't happen? It means that I am um, more capable of navigating with love and forgiveness as the day presents itself with whatever the day presents itself. That's not for me to even attempt to control. But when I'm centered, when I know who and what I am is truly unconditional love, dreaming itself full of conditions, life's a little bit easier. Sometimes, you know what? A little bit easier is just enough. Hey, Sniper, how are you? Sniper says Grand Risings. So here's what I've been doing. I've been doing 5 a.m. readings for a while now. Started out, we read, I think I started out reading some of my own recent writings. And then we went on to the 18 chapters, picking out a segment within the Bhagavad Gita. And then 81 verses of the Tao Te Ching. That was a lot of fun. And then I read a bit from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. I read for a few weeks Course in Miracles. We'll return to that. And now I've been reading from my first book, Does God Have a Hero? I wrote this in 1999. Little guidebook for myself. Not meant to tell other people, do this. Who am I to tell anyone to do anything? I don't even tell myself what to do. Skip says hello and very good morning to you, my yogi friend. Hey, Skits, good morning to you, my friend. So there is, I think, 15 or 16, I think 16 or 17 stanzas to the poem. And each stanza, I wrote it in a very fast, intuitive fashion, the poem itself. Right after I had meditated, 1999, so what, 26 years ago, and it was given to me as a gift of sobriety. I had just left a decade of drinking behind me, a decade of self-destructive. We could say all drinking is self-destructive, but mine was most definitely self-destructive. So I spent the days after writing that poem putting a little essay on it. Eric, my friend, bonjour mon ami, bonjour to you, my friend. Eric Veron is from France. We have two people from Great Britain and one from France. Europe is well represented right here. So here's what I've been doing. I've been reading each stanza of the poem, followed by the essay. However, I only read the corresponding essay to the stanza of today. Eric says, good morning, Eric. Thank you, my friend. So when I get to today's, I'll go ahead and read the essay. But to recap, I'll read each stanza. It's really short. When you close your eyes and see God within, you are God's hero. When you open your eyes and see God in everyone, you are God's hero. When you let anger pass you by with a smile upon your lips, you are God's hero. When you hold love in your heart and peace within your mind, you are God's hero. When you behold the beauty of a flower and feel the kinship with all living things, you are God's hero. When you look at someone who is different and see only how you are alike, you are God's hero. When you feel more joy in helping another than you do in your own personal gain, you are truly God's hero. When you hear the true name of God in every man's religion, you are a hero to God. When you can hear the silent voice of God in the wind, in the birdsong, or even the roar of a crowd, you will hear God calling you a hero. When you take time every day for silent communion with God, she listens, and you are God's hero. When you can see beyond appearances and have the wisdom to see God's truth, that we are all truly one, again, you are God's hero. When you have compassion and love for all, even those with whom you may disagree, you are a hero to all mankind and to God. When you know that forgiveness is blessed, and forgive all, no matter how large or small the trespass against you, you will be God's hero. When you give love to all, holding none back, you will know love for yourself, for God, and you will be his hero. When you demonstrate patience with others and see divine good in every one and every event, you will have learned to see God everywhere, and you will be his hero. And now is the corresponding short little essay. Jason, my friend, how are you? Demonstrating patience with others is the mark of true compassion. When we are compassionate, we can allow others to be who they are. We can allow events to unfold at their own pace. We can place trust in God, knowing that we are in tune with his unfolding plans. We live in an organized universe. What may seem like random acts of unimportance in our lives may have consequences later down the road. If we constantly hurry through life, we will miss the song that the universe is singing to us. We also might disturb the harmony of other people's songs. Let us try to slow down and simply enjoy the pace of life. Moving in harmony with life, we can see the divine goodness unfolding all about us. When we are in harmony with God, we will see love in every event and every person. That is the essay for today. And we have two more stanza, and then we will start something else. If there's any holy text that maybe we might want to explore, let me have a suggestion. Our friend Walking with Goldie suggested possibly the Quran. I am not a religious scholar, so I have looked through it. I haven't studied it in depth, so we would be studying it together. It's a thought. Let me know what you guys think. I might return back to A Course in Miracles. It's just so meaningful for me. Skid says, Good in, Jace. Great workout this morning, bro. I will be watching it after my walk. I'll have them up in just a few minutes. Jace says, Skits, thanks, bro. I'm still at 70% though. A 70% Jace is 100% of almost everyone. Skits says only 70%. No way. I might have to up my game, brother. Speaking of which, Skits, how are your workouts going? If I were to rewrite this book, I think I would change a bit of the language. Again, I wrote this in 1999. In the acknowledgments, I remember thanking Paramahansa Yogananda, who wrote Autobiography of a Yogi, Eknath Easwaran, who was and is a great, passed away, but he was a great meditation teacher in my life. He did the very first organized, sit down, do this meditation that I ever practiced. Before that, it was hit or miss for well over a decade, or I did some guided meditations that I didn't really care for. When you meditate, don't invent your own. Don't invent your own method of meditation. There are ancient practices put in place that have a certain, I'm going to use a quantum physics term, entrainment, meaning that we are pulled in to the divinity, the holiness that exists within that ancient practice. I'm a teacher and practitioner of primordial sound meditation. Primordial sound meditation is of the same yogic and Vedic ocean of consciousness, of meditation, of which transcendental meditation comes from. And we use primordial sounds, the energy of the universe, the vibrations of reality, to lead us back into reality. There's 108 primordial sounds corresponding with the birth, the vibrational quality of existence at the moment we came from the unmanifest to the manifest. So when we use that mantra, we go from the manifest back to the unmanifest. We go from the finite to the infinite. We go from the world to God. Hey, Skeeter, my friend, how are you? Good morning. It is early in the morning for Skeeter. He's in the same time as I am. Skeeter says, good morning, everyone. Cheers. Skit says, they're going good. Thanks, Eric. I have a slightly increasing my repetition from 12 to 15. Nice. So when I do 10 sets, I've done 150 reps instead of 130 I was doing. That's awesome. That's a lot of volume. Reminds me of a training protocol called German volume training, that you would take one exercise per body part, bench press, deadlift, squat, and do 10 sets of 10, 100 reps. And when you get that, you go up in weight. Warner Boy says, early? It is early. Jay says, 15 skits is awesome. It is. It's a lot of reps. Let's see. Skeeter says, got 4-channel catfish last night. Nice. Did you live stream last night? I apologize that I missed it. Even though I usually log off around 7 or so, I like keeping it open just long enough that I can at least come by and say hi and wish you luck. Skit says, thanks, Jace. Small progress, but it will eventually pay off. Hey, that's how you do it. You know, you don't make those, we're not supposed to make those giant leaps. It's that little incremental progress, day by day by day. That's what matters. Skit says, morning, runner boy. What's new, runner boy? You need to get runner boy up and give him some watch hours. And speaking of watch hours, Jace, how are your watch hours going along? Jessica says, Skits, before the injury, I was just hitting the 15s times 2. We'll be back there in a week or so, hopefully. No doubt. Jason's being smart, coming back little by little, not rushing it. Jason's going to check the watch hours. So, Skeeter, how big were those catfish? We were talking last night, right towards the end of the conversation. YouTube channels, actually quite a bit yesterday, quite a bit in every live stream. Talk a lot about YouTube channels, the direction where we want to go. Who wants to be a full-time YouTuber? Can you be a full-time YouTuber? I ask myself that question every day. Can I sit in front of, this is all I do, live stream. I put out, workout videos. There is a limited appeal. I mentioned this before. A limited appeal to a upper middle-aged, bald, half-naked yogi doing burpees in his basement. You would think people would be flocking to that. You would think, man, who doesn't want to see a bald, middle-aged, upper middle-aged, half-naked yogi doing burpees in his basement? The answer to that question is like, there's about 2 people, 2 people who want to actually see that. Let's see. Skit says, Jace, how was the injury? You seem to warrior through it like a true champion. And Jace says, shows 1.3 and over 500 this week. So may have to update yet. They usually hold about 5 days. So yeah, man, you're closing in on 2K. I'm going to say, man, a month. Beginning of November, you will be hit that 3,000, that 3K, if not more, and you'll have the beginning of that. Sabine, my friend, how are you? Nice to see you. Jason Skits, if you notice, I just adopted the program to work through it, which is a mark of genius, honestly, a mark of great programming. If you have a program that says do this and only this, man, how limited is that? But if you watch Jace, the program is fluid. It's starting where you are and proceeding from there. If where you are happens to be at 70%, then 70% is what you do. If where you are happens to be injured, then it proceeds from there. It's never, this is it, and all it is. My opinion, man, Jace has put together an ingenious programming. Jace says, Yoga, you need a TV behind you and a dog. Over 1K again this morning. Nice. TV behind you and a dog. I wouldn't mind a dog. I got 2 cats. One who's almost always here. The other one's usually downstairs. Sabine says, hope you all are fine. Thank you, Sabine. How about a fish tank behind me? You know what would be good? A widescreen TV behind me that is more like a computer, a big desktop behind me that is playing everyone else's. Each day it would feature someone else. So I would be given watch hours behind me as I'm talking. It would be like a screen within a screen. Hey, Xfinity, how are you? Skit says, nice, Jace. Oh, and Jace, I have your playlist on a separate tab. Um, so we'll keep going it. And the next couple of days, I'm going to support Optimod and Runner Boy. Nice. Awesome skits. Jason's likely the whole program I developed myself. It works amazing. No doubt. You're proof. Sabine says, skits as soon as you put your playlist up. We'll run it on our devices. Nice, Sabine. Skit says, and Erica will support you along the way, of course. Now, here's the thing. I got my watch hours. I'm fully monetized. So I appreciate all the support. Here's the best way to support me. Hang out. Just hang out with me. Show up. Bring me the joy that you have in your life. Bring me the happiness. Bring me, hey, bring me the sorrow. Bring me the things that are bothering you. And man, let's all heal together. Let's just keep ourselves company. You know, I love a line from Ram Dass when he was asked, if you guys know, Ram Dass was Richard Alpert, a Harvard psychologist who was fired, one of the few tenured professors ever fired, especially from Harvard. And he went to India, met his guru. Guru gave him the name Ram Dass, which means servant to God. And he literally spent the rest of his life as a servant to God. But he was asked later in his life, so what's the purpose? What's the meaning of all this? And he thought about it, gave a very sincere answer. We're all just walking each other home. That's it. We're all walking each other home. So I have, my channel's monetized. Man, I'm blessed. I worked hard for it, and I had so many great friends pulling together to help me out. Walking with Goldie, invaluable. Everyone, I can't even begin to name. Eric LaPointe, all those guys saw me through. Runner Boy was a big help. So, I don't need watch hours, but if you can watch an ad, more importantly, can we walk each other home? Can you show up, and can we walk each other home? Last night in the live stream, we had a friend, Ma Binti, who was from Africa, who was suicidal. She showed up and said that she was going to tell her father she wanted to end her life. And everyone walked her home, did their best to walk her back to love, to reconsider, to think about how beautiful she actually is. Of course, we also asked her, you know, hey, you seek help, you get help. We're not trained professionals. We're just friends walking each other home. If you guys can show up for each other, if you can walk each other home, you're helping me. That's it. The fact that I was able to monetize means now I can turn my attention. I can help you guys monetize. Xfinity says, I'm good, thanks. Awesome. Hey, Timo. Timo's saying hi to everyone. Hey, Easy. How are you? Easy says, hey, everyone. Peace and love. Peace and love to you, my friend. Hey, speaking of helping each other, our friend William Hart has a job interview today, job interview tomorrow. Very important to him. So if we could send out some love, some prayers, may what is in the best interest of William Hart unfold peacefully and easily. Skit says, so Sabine, thank you kindly. Hi to Timo. Sabine says, Skits. I mean, if you put your video together, you know what I mean. Absolutely. Optimop says, Eric, what you said about community, let's again on this, is a theme of our movie. 5 minutes to see as a premiere in 9 hours. It's only a short movie. In 9 hours. Hey, do you have a premiere to the premiere that you could drop for us? Let's see. Jay says, unity in our community. Absolutely. Here's what we could say, that unity is our community, and our community is unity. Jace sums that up so perfectly. Not only does Jace sum it up, Jace lives it. Jace is an example of it. All of you guys are an example of it. Skid says, I know what you mean to me. In the near future, when I have enough content to put into playlist, I will definitely organize it. Man, what I really would love to do, and I need to figure out how to do it, is do a joint live stream with skits. So we could talk for a little bit, and then I could hand the platform over, and he could perform. He could do one of his songs. He mentioned that he was nervous, so I thought if he was with a friend, doing a live stream with a friend, it might be a bit easier. Skid says, Jace, I think you should turn unity in the community into a song. It would be awesome. If we only knew someone who was a songwriter, a genius songwriter, someone who could maybe turn it into a hip-hop song, someone whose name might be Skits. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Speed says, unity all over the world, because we are a people and we have to help each other, and to be there and watch out for each other. That's the most important thing, and it should come from the heart. Absolutely, Sabine. Beautifully said. Jay says, I have a few confessions to make. I have not been here as much due to the same situation with two different friends. They are both still here. I'm not sure what you mean, Jace. However, for me, man, you're always with me, my friend. You are always with me, and it's much appreciated. Timo says, do you want the link for the premiere? Absolutely, please. 100%. Speed says, cool skits. Jay says, our love for each other is unrivaled. Absolutely. You know, here in the yogic Vedic tradition, they only, same with the Course in Miracles, they only call for one thing, for one person to awaken from the illusory dream of our separation. It's a dream that we are separate from each other, a dream that we are separate from God, from the universe, from reality. When one person awakes from the dream, it leads to the awakening of everyone. So the onus, the responsibility falls to each one of us. Wake up. Wake up. Pay attention. In Huxley's great book, The Island, there's signs all over the island that simply say, wake up. When we wake up to that reality, the entirety of the universe, as goes, Squirrel Sniper said this the other day, as goes the micro, so goes the macro. As we go, so goes the universe. So when we awaken our heart center, extending love, the universe wakes up to love. Sabine summed that up perfectly too. Jay says, Skits, I'm ready to record some vocals. Awesome. Sabine says, hey, we can do a live stream all together. That would be awesome. I don't know how to do it, technically, but I'm in 100%. Skits says, that's really nice of you, Eric. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Absolutely. Timo says, Skits, maybe you make the song and I make a video and we can edit it together in a special live stream. Oh, man, I love this. I love that inspiration taking place right now. Jay says, stream ads will hold 6 at a time. Man, every time I think about getting StreamYard, someone says, don't get it. It's not worth it. And then someone else says it is. I generally resist technology until I absolutely need it. I didn't have a cell phone until like 2006, 2007. Didn't have a computer until 2001 or so. Skit says, Jason, look forward to having you on a track someday, man. And Optimob, that's very kind of you. Also, thank you. That would be great to learn from you and connect. What a great opportunity for all of us to demonstrate everything that we've been talking about. Sabine says, cool, Yogi Eric. Timo knows how to do it, so he can start and then invite all of you who want to join. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And it does not surprise me that Timo knows how to do it because I hold Timo up as my ideal YouTuber. Timo knows things that I can only dream of knowing. Timo's like this level. So we're going to hang out. I'm going to hang out for about 5 more minutes. I'm going to go outside and take my walk. Timo says, I need the mail, schistosis. Here's my website, tbecker.net. Man, from a little conversation, guys, we are now in the beginning stages. We're at the genesis. We are at the beginning stages of creating something, all of us, a joint experiment. It's all an experiment. And then who knows where it's going to go from there, you know? I love the ambition that Sabine said. Heal the world. Heal the world. From right here, from right where we are. It seems too ambitious. How can we heal the... Here's the thing. How can I heal the world? I can't. But how can we heal the world? We can. You know how? Just by being there for each other and extending. Course in Miracles says that we are either projecting fear or extending love. And that might be the only true choice that we have. Do we continue to stay in fear, living in a fearful universe, which is perceived as separate, as small, as full of grievances, full of resentments? Or do we extend as love? And as we extend in love, we perceive the world differently. I don't know about anyone else. I am ready to perceive the world in a completely different way. I'm ready to perceive the world by extending myself as love. Optimov says, I'm a little over 90 kilograms, not little. And with over 90, well, a little. Timo is a little computer nerd. Over 90. Over 90 kilograms. Hold on. I got to get out my calculator to figure this out. Let's say a medium size computer nerd. Space says that's what I call him. Let's see. Stuart drops his email link. Timo says, I know my BMI. Anyone who wants to connect on Facebook, look me up. Always happy to make new connections. Skid says, what a wonderful way to start a day. It is, man. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And hey, if there's anyone watching who wants to be part of whatever it is that unfolds from these conversations, let us know. Like and subscribe to everyone. The thing with community, it's infinite. It's endless. It's not limited. This is why I don't like saying that I am the burpee community or that we have a fishing and outdoor community or a crafting community. Those are just labels within something larger. It's just community. Friends. Friends. This says, Timo, my BMI is 19, 12 weeks ago. I actually don't know what mine is. All right, it is walking time for me, my friends. I'm going to get outside for the sunrise. Still about an hour and a half away. But I love being out there to catch the dawn chorus, that first bird to sing the day into existence. Optimop says, Jason Skits, I will help you both. We can choose together a beat from a website. I have a license, so we get no copyright claims. So I'd like to make a stream, not public, and we can choose in real time the beat. Man, that's awesome. So Skits, what do you think? Songwriting challenge? Hey Ryan, good morning, my friend. Ryan says, hey Yogi Eric, enjoy your morning, just checking in. Appreciate that, my friend. Jace says, light is today's theme, Eric. Thank you, Jace. Appreciate that. Skit says, okay, Optimum, that sounds great. Jace says, thanks for another great live stream. I appreciate that too. Thanks, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing how this unfolds. Got some truly, truly creative people here. Skit says, challenge accepted. Awesome. And imagine, man, Skits. Imagine how your creativity, Jace's creativity, Optimob's creativity, just expanding in the world, and who else might join in? Who might see what you guys do and want to add in and want to be part of it and want to grow and want to expand? Someone might see that and say, man, I want to do something like that. From one little thought, one little tiny thought, everything expands. And you guys are the expansion. It's awesome. My friends, God bless. I will see everyone later.